Yeah. Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How are you all doing today? Welcome to the show. This is going to be like a pregame show, somewhat of a pregame show for the people that are going to be a part of the members only live stream coming up in just a few hours tonight, right here on Coach Eli 2 with Dawn and myself. My girlfriend Dawn and I are doing a live stream tonight, members only. I'll share more about that in just a little bit. Hey, Cynthia, how are you doing? Welcome. Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Great to see you here. I'm going to wait for people to get the notification. I just went live on the fly. Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We've got 13 people here so far. Thank you so much for being here. God bless all of you. TFT Rurik, how you doing, brother? How are things going out there in Fresno, California for you, man? Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride lately out here on these YouTube streets. And some people just don't know when to keep their mouth shut or their mouth shut. Now, many people would probably say the same thing about me, but I consider myself the voice of reasoning. And I say that, first of all, with humility, meaning I'm humble, but sincerity and something that's much needed. Because we've got a bunch of knuckleheads out here, especially from the millennial generation. It's not all the millennials. There are some millennials that are good, that are here and supportive. Thank you. It's just a large amount of them. And I encountered two of them last night on a live stream that was unlike anything I've ever been a part of or ever seen in my 6+ year experience of doing this full time on YouTube. There's a beamer coming at me like 50 miles an hour in the 25 zone, and I slow down, they slow down. Yeah, of course. The speed limit in a residential area is 25, not 50. Or not backwards like 52, right? How you doing? No, you're good, GLM. You're good. You're good. You surprised? I'm not. Despite what anyone says, you've been one of the more supportive people. You've been right about a lot of things. And I've known all along you've been right, GLM. I'll tell you this, GLM. You've been right all along. The truth of the matter is, I've just been trying to be very nice to certain people to get them off my back, but that doesn't work. Doesn't matter how nice I am to them. It's not within their script to be nice to me. And even when I'm nice to them, they get more mad at me purposefully as part of the script. I'm not going to play that script anymore. So the very first thing I'm going to be discussing here today, well, the topic of episode number 707, this is episode number 707 of Walking with Purpose Live. Is that you, AZ Prod? Howdy, brother. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. I'm only going to be doing a couple laps today, probably because I got to get back home and set up for the stream. The members only stream tonight. How many of you plan on being on the members only stream tonight? I'll share more about that in a bit. Sweet Gemini, GLM is a wonderful woman. Wonderful, yeah. I hope I made the cut. Yes. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Sandra, you had no fear of being banned. You've been consistently here for years and years now, Sandra. Everyone's wondering if they still have a mod wrench. Or if they're banned. You banned from my channel, like some other dude says, making fun of my voice. Moron. Oh, well, you need to purchase at least the $4.99 per month channel membership. It's $4.99. So you have to purchase the $4.99 membership package, and it renews every month. You can purchase it for 1 month, try it out. If you don't want to be a part of it after a month, then you can cancel anytime. So yeah, $4.99 will get you all the members-only live streams with Don and I. As of right now, we have 23 members. We surpassed the 20 level. We're kind of pushing, hopefully, to get to 30 members by the showtime tonight. We want to have... Go ahead. We're trying to get to 30 members by tonight. So, yeah, if you want to be a part of that show happening tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, get your $4.99 channel membership and join us. Don and I are going to be talking about a lot of stuff. The actual topic is why I love and respect Don so much. I'm going to be going into great detail on why I love and respect Don so much. But there's going to be a whole lot more. And these are very intimate sessions. Figuratively speaking, that is, because you folks take these out of context. It's an intimate setting, a smaller setting. The word intimate has many meanings, right? It's an intimate setting of a smaller group of people. Typically, we get 5 or 10 people in there. Probably there may be more tonight because we've got a lot more members now. And you get all of the attention of Don and I and the people in the chat. And there's no trolling, there's no hating. It's very laid back, it's very chill. And, Don and I share a little bit more with the paid members. 10:30 Eastern, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. So a couple hours from now. Cynthia. Patty's awesome for those memberships. Many thanks to Patty. Thank you for the 5 membership you purchased for others yesterday. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Patty, how come I didn't notice that? Maybe because I was on mobile. Patty, if you bought 5 memberships for people, if you did membership gifting, thank you, Patty. YouTube didn't notify me. Nobody notified me. Is Buster going to be there at the live? Yeah, both the dogs will be there. They'll probably try to jump on in the scene. We're going to be doing it on the couch because that's what more people wanted. We're not going to do it from the studio. We're going to do it from the couch like we've done in the past. On the couch with Don and Eli tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. A lot of those memberships were from Patty She Rocks. Yep. I didn't know. I thought everybody bought them individually. Well, that's cool. Chowder, welcome to sponsor $4.99. Thank you so much for becoming a member. That's 24 members now. Thank you so much. You're going to have a great time tonight. Don and I are really looking forward to this. And this is going to be a non-drama stream. I mean, Dawn may want to talk about some of the things that have been happening. She probably will, but it's going to be a laid-back version of it. We're not going to be acknowledging any stupidity that may be happening, okay? We do not want to know if other people are doing stupid things with our content while we're live. We're going to completely ignore that. So that's that. Now, getting back to what I was talking about. So many people are banned And many others have been demoted. What's next? The topic is, many people are banned. Many mods have been demoted or are demoted. What's next? So, in spite of some things that have been happening lately, I decided to just ban a bunch of people yesterday that I feel have been either lightly trolling me or severely trolling me under the radar. There have been people that have come here that have tried to flood my chat. And anyone that spams or floods my chat, especially with the mod wrench, you're going to get one warning. And if you keep on doing it, you're going to get removed. The people that have been removed have been warned many times on these streams and behind the scenes. And a lot of these people, they know better because they've been on YouTube for many years. Okay? I'm tired of people intentionally antagonizing myself and others unprovoked just so they can bring back content to a particular creator. And the only way to stop that is to just cut them off completely. And if they want to do other underhanded things with my content, we're just going to ignore them. It's all good. It's not worth it. Many people are probably wondering, why did you feed into it for so long? I had to. Based on what was going on, I had to make people aware that there were things going on with people buying channel memberships and then publicly rebroadcasting my members-only live streams. Right? Or our Don's and my members-only live streams. We had to tackle it head on. And it was actually very productive. We have grown with a good group of new people that are truly looking for a new home. That's a lot more easygoing, less stressful. All right, that's really annoying. Sounds like a gas-powered car or something. I don't think that's a motorcycle. So like I said, yes, we have grown. And we would not have grown had I not fought this. I had to fight it. So I want people to know I've known all along what I've been doing. And to anyone that's suffered any difficulty through this or misses the actual coaching content like Jenny Sandler said, and Jenny Sandler, I got your email. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back. I hope you'll be joining us tonight on the members only live stream right here on Coach Eli 2 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. But yeah, I had to do what I had to do. And I've been working my ass, and this is my purpose. This is what I love doing. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Now, I'm going to talk about Dennis Jerome Jr. Because Dennis Jerome Jr. is busy running his mouth about me again, trying to further incite donations at my expense while slandering my name. Dennis, you know what slander is, Dennis? Slander is saying something or a bunch of things that aren't true. You're also one big ad hominem attack because you keep talking about my living situation. You keep trying to say, oh, you live with your mommy. No, I share a home with her. I don't live with my mother. I live with Dawn. We have an in-law unit. And we all three equally contribute into paying for the house. I pay for the mortgage and some of the other bills. And Donna, my mother, pay for some of the other parts of the bills. Now, I don't have to explain shit to you, Dennis, or anyone. But I'm going to, because here's the thing, Dennis. What you are doing is slander. Because here's the thing, Dennis, I can prove to you, and in a court of law, I can prove that I'm making payments every month. So if you're going to come back and say, well, it's not slander if you can't prove it, I can prove it. Would you like to go to civil court over this matter? I'm kind of joking, but kind of not. I don't want to sue anyone, but the bottom line is, I could sue you for slander and show my proof and prove that you're doing it, because what you're doing, Dennis, is you're trying to slander my name with false stuff. You're deliberately slandering my name with false stuff to further incite donations from that hate audience that paid you over $400 last night, because you got a taste of the money. You got a taste of the money, Dennis, because I was there. I'm the draw. And I say that with humility, but I'm the draw. You think you're the draw, Dennis? You're not the draw. I'm the draw. You will never have numbers like that again. The stream that you did to talk about this today, you had 200 views. The stream I did last night on my own has over 400 views. My average streams have been getting 400 to 700 views lately on my own with no help. You've got lots of help from many people. Trolls, haters, etc. Christina, all that. I'm on my own. You see, here's the funny thing, Dennis Jerome Jr. I'm one man, and I'll take on all of you. I'll take on all of you misfits by myself with my bare hands. That's a figure of speech. I'm not threatening anyone. I'm saying I'm one person, and I will outshine all of you and show to the good people of this world that you need to stand up to bullies and harassers. Because honestly, Dennis, and folks that saw the show last night, the big shit show on Dennis's channel, I believe Dennis is a bully. You see, Dennis, you mentioned on, I'm gonna talk about what you said, Dennis, and I'm gonna debunk you again regarding my living situation. Eli's a one-man army. I am. I'm going to debunk you once again, Dennis. And then, Dennis, I'm going to give you one chance to apologize and retract your statement, or there's going to be repercussions, Dennis. I want you to listen to me, Dennis. And this is between you, Dennis, and myself. Nobody else. This is between Dennis and I. This is a different community. This does not involve any past communities. I want nothing to do with the Legion or anyone from the Legion. No Legion members are welcome here. No active Legion members are welcome here. This is between you and myself, Dennis, because you want to ride my name and you want to solicit donations at the expense of slandering my name when you have absolutely no idea what my finances are like, even though I've shared it many times to debunk other morons like you. I'll tell you this, Dennis, I'll get more views on this stream here than you will on that slander stream of mine that you just did within the last hour. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But that's not the big deal. I don't care about that. What I care about is making the point, Dennis, and making you look like a fool because you can't keep your mouth shut. Like you said, Dennis, you have ADHD. ADHD is pretty serious. Does that make you disabled? Are they going to start saying I'm attacking another disabled person when I'm not? You're coming at me. But you're saying you have ADHD. you do have a disorder with your attention, brother, because you kept cutting me off last night. And everybody, even people that don't like me, were reviewing your stream today. A lot of people were talking about, they were saying there's something off about that Dennis guy. Listen, there's nothing funny about ADHD. There's nothing funny about having attention deficit disorder. That still doesn't give you the right to attack people. You see, Dennis, you said that you were bullied as a kid. And you were saying I was bullied. You kind of guessed that. And you were right. I mentioned that before. And your biggest fan in there, nothing but silicone, that just loves to spend money on anyone that trashes me. Like, what kind of a person, whether he has money or not, who cares? What kind of a person donates to people that trash talk other good people? You know, Dennis, you say that you have morals, right? You try to come off like you live on some moral high ground, and you got zero morals, bro. You got zero morals, zero values, and zero ethics, in my opinion, based on your behavior. Those guys are low IQ. You destroyed Christina. I know I did. Christina could only get a few words out. And by the way, you know, Tammy's back on YouTube. I'll mention it because she emailed me. And YouTube's probably not going to give her a channel back. So she did go public and say this. I did make my first payment of $250 to her on the 18th. And I'm going to try to pay this off as soon as possible, sooner than the 4-month due date. So to all you morons out there that were saying I'm not going to pay her, sit down and STFU. I'm not the richest man in the world, but I do have my own money. And I've made decent money in my life. I've reinvested my money. And I have money to pay bills. It's just tight because things are expensive out here. And see, Dennis, I want you to hear this, Dennis, because I'll tell you this, Dennis, if I don't hear an apology from you within 48 hours, so today's Wednesday, right? No, sorry, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday evening. If I don't hear an apology from you, Dennis, by the end of Thursday night, I'm not going to threaten you. I'm going to promise you I'm going to do this. I'm going to promise you, like I did on my community post on my main channel where I addressed you there on this. I'm going to make you a promise, Dennis. You're going to want to stick around for that because you're not going to like it. And it's going to also involve Christina, and I have every right to do this, Dennis. It's within my rights. And if you're going to play the system, Dennis, I'm going to play it too. And I'm going to play it to my advantage. And I'm going to tell you, Dennis, you're effing with the wrong guy. Because I'm a good dude. And other people that thought I wasn't a good dude now know I'm a good dude. I'm a man of my word. Whether you guys like me or not, I'm a man of my word. I pay my debts. I take care of my shit. I'm so lit, I started verbally responding to Eli thinking I was on a stream. Oh, are you doing the chronic? You know what the chronic is? The 420? You and Dawn should smoke out together sometime. Well, Dawn does it for medicinal purposes. She has anxiety, so she uses it for anxiety. It helps calm her anxiousness. Yeah, so Jerome is clout chasing Eli. Yeah, he is. He saw the money last night. Now he's a sick little puppy dog. The problem is this, GLM. GLM, let me ask you something here. before I even go public on this and teach Mr. Jerome Jr. a lesson here in real time. GLM, tell everyone out there what's happened to every channel that's come after me at one point or another. What's happened to them, GLM? And remember, Dennis is a monetized channel. Why don't you let the people know what's happened to every single channel that's come after me? I've been monetized on this channel here for about 2 years now, and over 4 years on the main channel I've been monetized. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Listen, if you're going to be the big man on campus, you got to be consistent, right? And Mr. Jerome Jr. is trying to act like he's the big man on campus. You're talking mad smack about my living situation, and you're trying to discredit my capabilities of being a coach, and I'm calling you out, Jerome. Dennis was bragging about pulling dimes. That dude is not humble at all. He is so fucking entitled. I swear to God, that dude is so entitled. That's why. That's why. That's my fuel right there. Any entitled person, you got my attention. I'm going to set you straight, whether you like it or not. I'm going to do it within the terms of service and respectfully, but I'm going to set your ass straight. YouTube style. What happens, GLM? You tell people. You tell the people out here. You've been a part of it too, GLM. What happens to people that slander my name? What happens to people that keep using my professional picture, my content, slander my name? What happens to them every single time? The YouTuber formerly known as GLM. I used to fight with the kids who bullied the not so popular kids. I don't regret any of it. F them. ADHD is hilarious. I have it and I'll laugh at squirrels. It's great. Oh, I didn't know you had ADHD. They get the horns, says Palacio. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Sandra, are you planning on being at the members only stream tonight? Oh, I'm going to let Dawn know right when I get home, Sandra. She's going to be super thrilled. I hope Jenny Sandler's there too, and you, Patty, and Outspoken, and anyone else with a membership, too many to mention. Thank you to all of you. We appreciate all of you. We really do. We really do. So yeah, GLM, I mean, am I going to have to just talk about it myself? Do you know how many people that have come at me, Dennis, have initially, first of all, been removed from the YouTube partner program, which you and I are both, and I'm in on 2 channels. I got 2 monetized channels. Dennis, I'm pretty proud of it. And I guard them with my life. I love YouTube. And I play fair. Right? See, Dennis, you're the kind of guy that likes to mess with the bull. See, Dennis, you're the kind of guy that in your head thinks that you can go up to the bull with the red carpet, and the bull is going to be nice to you. You're the kind of guy that would antagonize the bull on purpose with the red carpet because in your head, you think that's the right thing to do, right? You see, in this case, Jerome Jr., okay, I'm the bull. And what you're doing is you're waving that red carpet, right? Or that red towel. You're waving that red towel, right? And here I am, Jerome. And I'm ready to give you the horns. I'm going to tell you what the horns are in just a little bit. See, you're all cocky now, all high and almighty, all cocky, making all that money last night, thinking that you and Christina owned me. You didn't own shit. You didn't own anything, Jerome. I love that name. That's funny. That's on the down low. GLM, don't say Eli. Who all got blocked and who got demoted? I'm not going to mention that. That's irrelevant. What I'm going to say is that I don't want to talk about. Listen, I'm sure at times, Jamie's going to do something and it's going to need to be mentioned. But out of the entire Lycan Legion, if we ever talk with them again, which maybe we will every now and then, Jamie's the only name we mention. No one else from Lycan Legion will ever be mentioned or will be welcome here. They can't chat here. We're not going to talk about them. If anyone mentions anyone's name from the Legion that's currently a member there, it could be anyone. Besides Jamie, Jamie's the only one. You want to address the issue, address the source. That's him. Right? But pretty much, I'm done. Dennis is a beta male. I agree. I agree with that. He's calling me a beta male. Oh, Dennis, I'm going to soon show you what a real alpha I am. And how it's going to affect you. Out here on YouTube, let's put it that way. Because, see... All right, we are back live. We are back live. I'm sorry. The YouTube app all of a sudden froze, and I just had to go off the screen and pop back on. Sorry. That wasn't me. I had to go offline for a second to clear the freeze. Every once in a great while, it does that. I didn't get demonetized. I canceled my AdSense. That's right. That's right. I remember you were telling me that. Yeah, but most of the others did. Most other people that have come at me have lost their monetization and eventually also lost their channel or channels. They have multiple channels. Now, let me clear this up once again, Dennis, so you understand. Okay? And again, I'm going to give you until Thursday night to apologize for slandering my name. Okay? My family has an estate. Both my brother and I live on the property of one of the estates. My brother has the smallest house. It has 2 small bedrooms. It's 1,100 square feet. And he moved in there years ago when the tenants that were there, their lease expired. And my brother said, let me take over and pay the rent here. Pay into the estate here instead of having to pay for rent in an apartment that's going to cost the same price. Right? Now, in my situation, the home that Don and I live in, and we share that home with my mother, it's a 6,000 square foot house. It's a big house, Jerome. Jerome, we could have one of those, I'm not going to say it. See, if I say what I really want to say, I'll get demonetized or removed. And then I'll be probably called something else, Jerome, and I don't want to be labeled that because I love everyone. See, Jerome, I love everyone, regardless of their age, sex, race, national origin, or even sexual orientation. I'm an equal opportunity commenter. Or commentator, however you want to say it, right? I address people equally. Dennis? At the end of the day, Dennis, we're all people, right? Well, because Dennis is new, either doesn't know it, or is trying to play off of it to make donations for my haters. And I'm not going to sit there and let him slander my name. Knowingly or unknowingly, I'm not going to let him slander my name to get more donations from those idiots, right? So he has choices, and so do I, right? So here's the thing, Dennis. I think Dennis actually thinks that I have no money. I think Dennis thinks that the estate pays for everything, and no, that's not how it works, Dennis. Okay? Both Don and I, and my mother and my brother, we all pay into the estate. In the same ways that we would pay each one of us having our own places. The difference is, Dennis Jerome Jr., is that these are properties my father and mother and my aunt purchased back in the 70s and 80s, right? When they were very cheap, like you were saying, right? So, Dennis, when you can purchase a multi-million-dollar house 40 years ago for a few $100,000, it's a pretty damn good investment, right? Lots of equity there, right, Dennis? And if the house has 5 bedrooms and the only person that was living there was my mother, and there's an in-law unit, why would I not move in there? I have my own space, my own entrance. I pay the same thing I was paying when I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment that was 700 square feet. I have room for a YouTube studio. And now that Don's there, there's plenty of room for the dogs and everything, right? What's the problem with that, right? And just because I haven't made a lot of money on YouTube, you don't know where my income comes from, Dennis. Why don't you do a background check on me, Dennis? Why don't you look up online that I have 2 insurance licenses, Dennis? Don't listen to these people, Dennis, because you're slandering me. I want an apology, Dennis. Once you look me up, Dennis, I want an apology or I take step 2. And that's not a threat, that's a promise. I don't threaten anyone. I'm going to promise you, Dennis, that you're going to wish you never met me. Because I handle things legally, legitimately, professionally. Right? But I'm a bull. And if you fuck with me, if you mess with my money and my right to free enterprise, Dennis, I want to protect it by doing what I have to do within the legal limits of the law, Dennis. Oh, he is. GLM, you know what's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen to Jerome? He's going to keep running his mouth just like the other guy, like James, right? He's going to keep running his mouth because he can't admit he's wrong, because he's a damn spoiled, entitled millennial, right? He's got this complex. He's got to look all tough in front of his internet girlfriend, Christina, that's married supposedly, and he's got a girlfriend supposedly, right? This is the most surreal shit I've seen, right? And this dude's going to come at me and tell me that I'm some broke-ass loser living off my mother, right? And then you know what he told me? He goes, well, why don't you get a job at Panda Express for $21 an hour? Well, the Panda Express in Redwood City pays $23 starting. But I don't need that job. I don't. I have enough money coming in that I've made in the past and reinvested to carry me through for a little while until this business takes off. And it's starting to take off, Dennis. And if you prevent me from moving forward by continuing to slander my name, then I'm going to do what I have to do to protect it, because I'm done. I'm done with people fucking with my right to free enterprise out here. I'm done. Okay? I'm done with that. I'm done. I'm really, really done. You're going to love what I say, Dennis, and I'm getting close to the end of my walk. It's only going to be 2 laps today. We only got another 10 to 15 minutes, so I got to get rolling with this. So, see, Dennis, I worked in the retail management, and retail corporate world for almost 17 years in my younger days. Okay? About a little over 15 years ago, I left the retail world, the corporate world, working a W-2 job, and I became self-employed. I got my insurance licenses here in the state of California, Dennis Jerome Jr. I think you live here too. You know what? I know your name. Maybe I'll do a background check on you. I'm not going to dox you. I can legally do a background check on you and find out everything about you, Dennis Jerome Jr. How about we do that? Don't worry. I'm not going to dox you or put anything else out there, Dennis. I would never do a thing like that, Dennis Jerome Jr. No, GLM knows I would never do a thing like that because that's against terms of service, right, GLM? But you want to act high and almighty on your high horse, right? You want to act like the big man on campus, right? And I'm saying, stand down, little man. Be respectful to your elders. Bow down and show your respect. You know, I heard this one dude out here once say, you're going to pay homage and respect to those who built you. You use the word homage. Homage and respect, dude, you have none. You talk the talk, dude, you don't walk the walk. You're a walking hypocrite. Senator GLM, I couldn't find the old character to make my point. Jerome has some robbery charges, I'm sure, allegedly. Oh, have you already looked into him? GLM. GLM. You see, Jerome, your behavior is making us want to look into you further. People have done that to me. Everyone gets looked into. It's YouTube. You know how the game is played, Jerome, yet you're still playing with fire. You're playing with fire, Jerome. This dude has no idea. He has no idea about the consequences, right? Yeah, now maybe you were on the street for a while, Dennis, but I don't know. I don't know how you were raised. Maybe you were handed everything. I don't know how you were raised, dude. But you certainly sound like you were raised with a golden spoon. Because if you were living poverty for a year or two and you had nowhere to go, like family to go to, you certainly ain't acting like it, dude. You're not acting humble. You're acting like some big shot. You're acting like some wannabe baller. Shot caller. Right? I want to be a baller. Shot caller. What's the rest of it, GLM? You know it, right? He wants to be a baller. Shot caller, right? You think this Caucasian Greek boy here doesn't know a thing or two about the streets, bro? GLM, you crack me up. I'm only kidding about any charges. I'm not looking at anyone. No, no one's looking into you, Jerome. I mean, we could, but we're not going to, at this point at least. There's no reason to. And here's the thing. Anyone can look at anyone. It's just, you're not allowed to publicly blast that info. Right? Are you talking about Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You're talking about Carlton? Like the Carlton dance? Alfonso Rivera? Is that what you're talking about? Carlton Banks, right? It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Tom Jones, right? Do you remember the episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, GLM, where Tom Jones actually showed up as an angel and he was doing the Carlton dance with Carlton? No, that was fantastic, man. They don't make them like they used to, She's laughing at that. She remembers that one where Tom Jones came down as the angel, right? Oh, back in those days, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Man, that was good stuff, man. More like Will's friend Jazz. Yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. You remember Parents Just Don't Understand? Remember Parents Just Don't Understand? The rap? That was by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. At that point, I didn't know that Jazz on the show actually was DJ Jazzy Jeff. He was DJ Jazzy Jeff for Will Smith, the Fresh Prince. Yeah. It's a great story, isn't it? The Carlton. Do I think Dennis is like Carlton Banks? You want me to be honest with you? That'd be giving Jerome too much credit. All right? The visual's hilarious. Says, Hakuna, how you doing? Reminder, folks, just in less than 2 hours, right here on Coach Eli 2 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Don and I are going to be going live, members only. Get your $4.99 membership and join us. We've got 24 members now. We expect to probably have at least 10 people there. Maybe we might have 15 people there. It's going to be a good turnout. A little intimate setting with no trolling. You get the real side of Don and I. I mean, we're always real, but you get the more relaxed, personalized attention from Don and I. So, Dennis, I used to sell insurance. I'm still licensed. If you look up the California Department of Insurance website, go there and look, Elias Dimitri Melas. Okay? Look up my license. It's still active. I renew it every 2 years. I do my continuing education. I sold insurance for over 10 years. I made decent money. I sold my book 3 years ago, Dennis Jerome Jr., and I reinvested my money. When you sell your book, you get a good amount of money for selling it. I sold a lot of policies, personal and commercial. And so that's where my primary source of income has come from. If you must know Dennis Jerome Jr., right? So I really don't feel the need to go work for Panda Express for $23 an hour. If I had to, I would, but I don't need to. Now, I worked DoorDash and Uber for 3.5 months at the end of December of 2022 throughout the end of March to the beginning of April of 2023 last year, about 3.5 months. Because that was the time that Dawn was moving in with me. And I had a lot more expenses than usual. And so did Dawn. So Dawn and I both needed some extra money on top of what we already were bringing in every month. But those expenses are no longer happening. So we don't have to work that extra job. Right? And I would have kept on working Uber and DoorDash for a little extra money just to save a little more. But it's just not feasible to me. The liability exposure is too great of getting into an accident, having your insurance rates go higher than they already are, having to sit around and wait all day to get good orders. You got guys working 80 hours to make what most people make at a regular job in 40 hours. So it's just not worth it. This is what I want to do, and I've been building this, if you must know, Dennis, right? But if you want to continue slandering my name, Dennis, there are options that I have, right? And I'd be happy to share those options with you, Dennis. I'm going to share them right now, actually. Here's the thing, Dennis. Here's my promise to you, Dennis. My promise to you, Dennis Jerome Jr., at The Amazing Hustler, because you ain't going to hustle shit from me, okay? Last night, you were not expecting those donations. You had no idea it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen, and I still showed up. That makes me a good man. It makes me a better man. And then you started getting donations, and you were all sitting there like all reading them like, some like, little 4-year-old that just got a, PlayStation console for the first time. You're all giddy and shit. And I'm there waiting for my professional interview to start, right? Well, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you 2 days to apologize. If you don't apologize, I promise you, Dennis, this is exactly what I'm going to do. And listen, Dennis, it's between you and I. If you're a man, Dennis, you will not allow third parties to come in that don't like me. Because a lot of times these haters of mine, they like to come into new people that I have issues with and try to support you, even though I'm right. And I am right. So, Dennis, if you're a man, you'll handle this man-to-man with me. Okay? I'll give you till Thursday to apologize and to retract your statement and understand that this is what the truth is. If not, Dennis, all those thumbnails that you have my professional picture on or any picture of mine on, I will file a DMCA copyright takedown on your thumbnail, and you can't do that. Look at the copyright match tool and, the manual request for a takedown form, Dennis. I have the right to do that, Dennis. You can claim fair use all you want. I could still file a takedown. And you can file a counter notification, Dennis. But here's the thing, Dennis. How many pieces of content of mine do you have on there that are copyrighted, right? With my permission. Now, I'm revoking my permission, Dennis. I'm revoking my permission for you to use my professional picture, which I took in 2017. I need to update it. Still look the same, pretty much. But I'll update it anyways, right? Okay? That was a nice picture. I like that picture. Still showing my face and my body, Dennis. And Christina, this is me, right? Well, you cammed up, Dennis, so I'm not getting on you on that. But Christina should have cammed up. You should still cam up, Christina. Oh no, the dog is here. The crazy, vicious dog is here. So I gotta go out here. So yeah, I'll file copyright on every single thumbnail where you used my image of myself. That's called my intellectual property. And you can try to claim it's fair use all you want. File your counter notification. And every time you use my content in the stream, restream or whatever, I will find every piece of copyrighted content that you've used of mine without my permission, because I haven't given you permission on all of it. But whether I have or haven't, I can revoke it any time. I'm revoking it. I will file 4 copyrights, Dennis. And here's the thing. You can file your counter notifications, but guess what? With that amount of copyrights filed on you, Team YouTube will then say, well, what's going on here? Let's take a closer look at Dennis Jerome Jr.'s channel. How much reused content does Dennis Jerome Jr. have? How much reused content does he have? A lot of it, Dennis. I'm betting you right now, Dennis, that if I were you, I'd comply with my request and back off, because you'll probably get removed from the YouTube Partner Program for reused content. You're going to lose all that money you made the other night. And if you think I'm BSing you, why don't you go ask everyone else that's messed with me, slandered me, and abused my content to try to continue leveraging, making money off my haters. Pathetic, dude. Grow the hell up. I told her I would gladly make a deal to cam up, and she can do the same. I'm willing to show myself for the first time. GLM, you've shown yourself plenty. Plenty. There are some things I don't even want to go there. Man. God. You've done some videos from the bathtub, huh? I remember those. Oh, jeez, man. Hakuna. Hey, Lawrence, how you doing? Welcome. She made the argument that I don't cam up. How could she argue that when she's never cammed up? Oh, and Dennis. Hey, GLM, listen to this one here. Dennis hasn't heard the end all, right? You want to hear the end all? Here's the thing, Dennis. Once I'm done filing copyrights on your channel, I'm going to go to your girlfriend's channel, Christina, right? And I'm going to start filing copyright on every thumbnail she's used my image on. And every piece of content that she's rebroadcasted without my permission. So, I mean, here's the thing, Dennis. You can run your mouth on YouTube all you want, but either do one thing. Say it's your opinion, okay? Or if you're going to state something as a fact, then you got to have your facts straight. You're coming out there trying to intentionally slander me to incite donations from my haters because you need to keep them hating to get the money. You're trying to be a hustler, and I'm telling you this right now, you're not going to hustle me out of shit. You're not. You're not. Because if you keep on going, Dennis, both you and Christina probably won't have YouTube channels much longer. And that's a promise. Like, I don't want to sit here and see anyone go down, but you guys are being abusive towards my content and towards my name. And I have the right to defend myself. So, Dennis, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Get rid of that smug face. Get rid of that entitled millennial attitude. Right? Stand down. Do the right thing, or you'll just be non-existent out here. That's what happens to people that play the YouTube system like that. Right? Bedtime with GLM. Oh, GLM, you remember all those videos I used to do. What was it? Bedtime stories with Eli or something, with Coach Eli or whatever, right? Yeah. In 4K, 60 frames per second. Jerome was trying to simp and he did it poorly. Poorly? That was the most pathetic act of simping I've ever seen. He was beyond simping. He was white knighting. He was a white knight extraordinaire. The good old days, that's right. What is that? Bath time with GLM, says Sandra. Yeah. GLM is the cutest in the whole community by a landslide. Well, that's your opinion, bro. Okay, cool. I'm glad you feel that way about her. I'm not going to comment on that because I have a girlfriend and I'm happy with her. And I only see beauty through her. I'm not saying GLM or other women aren't beautiful. What I'm saying is that I'm focused, laser focused. You know? 2 days, Jerome. I'm not joking. This is between you and me and no one else. It's between you and myself and no one else. If you get third parties involved, Jerome, then I will further come out and say that you're a man that can't handle his own shit. Bottom line. You're going to further prove what kind of a person you are, right? If you want to be a man about this, let's handle this maturely like two grown men. Because I'm not going to let you put me in the position that you're trying to put me in, dude. You're not going to get away with this, dude. Okay? And I'm being nice to you, dude. I don't threaten people. I'm a good dude. But you're trying to play me just like the rest of them have, and you're trying to play dumb, thinking that you don't know. You were saying you don't know who Jamie is. That's a bunch of crap. You talk to Christina all the time. She knows exactly who Jamie is. Don't try to play me, bruh. Okay? Bruh, don't play me, bruh. Seriously, dude. Your game ain't working on me, dude. I'm telling you that right now. I'm the last guy your game or any game will work on, dude. And you're trying hard. Oh, you like that bruh, huh? Are you laughing at that bruh? Because I'm some Caucasian dude and I supposedly have no game, huh? I got no game. I can tell you one thing I have no shame. I'm sure you do, Jerome. Christina's got lots of shame. She can't even open up her mouth to talk more than 4 words. Yet, you know, she reads off a script that Jamie sent her. You see, you hear what Christina was doing, GLM? Christina was reading off a script that I've heard 1,000 times over the last 6 years. Wow. No, Eli, not because you're Caucasian, LOL. I was laughing at what Sandra said. Okay. Hakuna, I was laughing the whole time. It was so entertaining. Dawn is beautiful, says the YouTuber formerly known as GLM. Hakuna says that was embarrassing just to watch him and her last night. And GLM says, yeah, I was laughing the whole time. It was so entertaining. Sanders says, GLM, that should be a once a week stream with the bubble strategically placed, not like you are or anything. Eli wiped the floor with them 100. It was funny. Yeah, and you know what? The trolls, everyone knew that, right? Everyone knew I destroyed them both, and I wasn't trying to destroy them. I didn't. I wasn't even competing. But if it would have been a competition in my eyes, I did destroy them. I went there to teach them a lesson. I went there to, and I came prepared. They didn't realize. I even warned them. I warned them both. I'm very experienced at this. I know you're going to come at me with everything. I know you guys are going to use that homonym attacks. I know you guys are going to try to twist my words, manipulate me, all that. I was ready. And Jerome was flustered. He's still flustered. Even when you're trash talking me now saying I'm this broke ass loser, Jerome, you're still flustered. You can't keep your face straight. Hey, unknown, how you doing? I felt second-hand embarrassment for your ups. It was almost unwatchable. Yeah, the greatest part was them fighting amongst themselves after Eli left. Yeah, he brings on a panel of 10 people. And a lot of them were saying, Christina doesn't take ownership of anything. Same with Jerome, right? And and then Christina started. See, here's the most simpish thing you can do. So Dennis gives Christina admin access to her StreamYard, and Christina is kicking people off the panel. She kicked off that woman, that Allura, whatever her name was, for trying to help her, and basically saying that, yeah, you need to, own up to your stuff. You need to start to, own up to what you've done, what you've been through. Basically, Allura was saying she comes off very condescending, and she does. Very condescending. Still holding 38 in the box. This millennial is loving the Tinder app. Wonderful, dude. Outspoken. Back when I used to do nightly panel with my old co-host, 5 was packed room with people talking over each other. I can't imagine 10. Yeah, dude. When we used to do hangouts on air years ago, you could bring 10 people on, and with the standard StreamYard, you could bring 6, but then you can upgrade it to 10. I'll tell you this: if you have more than 3 or 4 people on the panel, and it's just too much. I very rarely do panels that are more than 2 or 3 people. Young women with self-esteem issues makes me a happy boy. Yeah, you're preying on their young vulnerabilities, man. I know you're trying to be good. You're having fun, dude. They're probably having fun, too. It's all good. I know you're no harm, dude. Enjoy your life, man. And when when you're ready for the right one, you know what to do. You've been around here long enough, and, you're old enough. You know what to do when the right one comes along. Hocus Pocus, welcome. He says, I missed it. Hey, Bella, how you doing? All right, folks, one last time here before I go, because I got to get home and prepare for the members-only live stream tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. The most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it real at the same time. If we have to call you out, we will. If we have to use it as an example, we will. Like Jerome, right? Don and I are going to be going live tonight. You will need a minimum $4.99 channel membership, regardless of who you are, including moderators. Moderators are not included for free, so anyone that wants to join us tonight will need to purchase a $4.99 membership. Don and I are going to talk about a lot of things. These shows are more intimate. You get more of our attention. The camaraderie in there is fantastic. Everyone is just cool and friendly. We joke around. No trolling, no hating. It's just, nice, fun, relaxing. We talk about, different issues. relationship issues, some business issues, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We share our opinions, and Dawn's going to probably talk a little bit about what's been going on with this drama. And we're going to try to minimize that, but she's going to talk about it. And then my main thing is going to be, I mean, this will be maybe 20% of the show. It's not going to be the whole show, but the main topic is, you know, why I love and respect Dawn so much. I'm going to share why I love and respect Dawn so much. Why is Dawn the woman for me? Why does she stand out amongst all other women? Why did she choose me, and why did I choose her? Well, I'm going to just share my aspect. Why did I choose her? She chose me too, but why did I choose her? What does she have for me that no other woman has? I know a lot of people want to know that, because a lot of people have been questioning this is more so the haters, but a lot of people have been. Chowder with the $4.99 super chat. My 30 marriage with Miss Chowder. My avatar is stronger because Miss Chowder is confident and doesn't mind me appreciating beautiful women. I'm going to heart that. Thank you, bro. Hey, I just found out from the Creator Insider channel you guys can do. You guys can now thumb up the super chats. I'm going to give you a thumbs up, bro. Chowder, thank you so much for once again becoming a $4.99 channel member, and for also your $4.99 super chat. You got 3 thumbs up. Let's smash the thumbs up for the Chowder super chat. This is great. See, YouTube keeps getting better. GLM, look at that. Now YouTube allows you to thumb up the super chats. That's fantastic. Yeah, I've been watching the Creator Insider channel since I've been out here since 2017, and they announced that you can now thumb up the super chats. And there it was. I'm like, this is great. 7 thumbs up on that super chat. That's fantastic, man. Hakuna, I can't get my card to work, but as soon as I get my new card, I will get a membership. It's on its way. Does anybody want to gift some memberships so hopefully Hakuna can get some? If anyone wants to gift some memberships, that would be great. One way or another, try to get your $4.99 channel membership and join us tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. If other people are doing crazy things with our content, we're not going to be talking about them. If my lady wants to talk about what they've done in the past, no problem. But we're not going to acknowledge any other streams that are going to be going on, supposedly or maybe or possibly. We're going to do our own thing. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be amazing. Thank you again, Chowder, for becoming a $4.99 channel member and for your $4.99 super chat as well. It's wonderful. All right, folks. See you on the bit. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.